Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to do kind of a breakfast special. My plan is to do 4 different breakfasts, and the common denominator is you can all make them in the Trangia Mini. So, let's go. And I must say, this wasn't the sight I was looking forward to when going out today. Assholes. Well, no, I got the surroundings a bit more tidy. I can't say it's very nice to get to your favorite place and find that it's littered with someone else's leftovers. The motto, leave no trace, doesn't apply to everyone, obviously. Well, no matter. Apart from that, it's a lovely day in May. Now in the afternoon it's almost summer temperatures. In the morning and the night it's somewhat bit colder. We are not sub-zero, but damn close. But that means that the hiking season is in full bloom, so to speak. Because now you don't need Arctic gear to stay overnight. And that's pretty nice. So, the overnighters. Well, one of the highlights of it. It's kind of when you wake up in the morning and you get yourself some breakfast. Whether you're in a hurry because you're somewhere to be soon and you want a quick one, or if you have all the time in the world and just putter around and take your time and really enjoy the moment. Breakfast is kind of important. So today we're going to use the Mini. We're going to make 4 of them from most basic I'm in a hurry breakfast to I got time and I'm going to spend it good. So let's start by picking things up. The old Mini has been with me for some time now. I kind of appreciate it. Let's see how it keeps up today, because it's a bit windy. And as you know, the Mini's strong suit isn't really strong winds, so we'll see. We'll do what we can. I guess we start by filling up pretty much, because 4 different breakfasts including coffee. That will take some spirit. And it's not out of the question that I had to refill it. We'll see. But we'll start with a good batch. Squeak, squeak, squeak. And now you're closed. Well, let's start with a very basic breakfast. Cheap as dirt. If you take it in a Ziploc bag, it takes almost no space and weighs next to nothing. So I'm going to do porridge from rolled oatmeal. So, and here I got 1 deciliter of porridge. And we're gonna top that off with twice the amount of water. And I got my trusty cookser. with very good measurements inside. One of the things I like with it, just one of them. And salt. If you don't want to bring a can of herbs and spices, mix the salt in the oatmeal from the beginning and you're golden. But if you ask me, porridge without any salt tastes kind of meh. You need salt to get the flavors, and you need salt anyway, so let's rock. They're somewhat flat and we have fire. So let's get this going. Maybe it's better here. Well, that's somewhat sturdy. And this one, the spurtle, I got this advice from Scottish people. That's what you're supposed to use when making porridge. And I tried to make my own and I kind of stuck with it. You can do it with anything, a spoon basically, but supposedly this is better. Who knows? 5 minutes and a little twig and you can make your own. And porridge is not to be frowned at. I've said it before because I've made porridge on this channel before, but it's very dense with energy for its weight and its cost. So if you want a speedy breakfast that gives you energy most of the day, this is second to none. And if you want to liven things up, you can go really wild and crazy. You can serve it as is, as I'm going to do today. You can do it richer by, instead of water, adding milk. You can top it up with sugar, cinnamon, jam, nuts, butter, you name it. There's no limit except your imagination to make it a bit more rich. But as it is, it's an excellent breakfast. And for me now, I'm doing this for me alone, so I'm gonna eat it straight from the pot. Less things to wash up afterwards. And I know there's different preferences if you want it thick or runny, so just adjust the amount of water you pull in and how long time you leave it sitting over the heat. If you leave it for a long time with little water, it will be really thick, almost like a paste. More water or less time, well, it will be quite runny and smooth. And I guess you know best what you like. So I leave that entirely up to you. Now when we got some bloom on the burner, I guess we put on the simmering, because we don't need full force to get the porridge done. And I see the first bubbles, so let's put this on. Save some fuel, and an advantage more is that porridge, if you do it full force, it tends to stick to the bottom. Harder to wash up, and that's something I can do without. Well, I would say that this is kind of the consistency I would like it, without any extra addition. So let's take it away and use my gloves so I can fix the simmering, because it's not hot, and put out the flame. So yeah, right amount of salt. And it goes quick. I've seen they have these kind of porridges where you make it in a bag. You boil water, pull it in, and then you wait. And most of the time it takes just as long as making porridge, or sometimes I've seen even longer. So you don't really save any time by not doing it yourself. Beautiful. I could live it up a bit, but today I'm doing it all natural. That's one breakfast. 3 to go. So next up, also an old favorite. Now we're going to do egg with hats. So you need some butter. You need a cutting board. You can use one of these, but I'm going to use this wooden one. You need your frying pan. And let's see here. I'll need 1 slice of toast. And 1 egg. So that's it. So let's cut this out. And I will make a hole here approximately 2 to 3 inches. 2 to 3 inches wide. Diameter approximately. And I can handle that one. Let's flame up. Yeah, we're going. So, fry pan on. A knob of butter. Well, the wind comes and goes, but I guess that's life. Let's grab 1 egg. I can use that for the shells. That will be fantastic. Well, the butter starts to get silent. Let's put in the toast and crack the egg in the middle. And some salt and pepper for me. And here you can choose if you want the yolk really runny. In that case, you wait until you flip the toast before adding the egg. Or if you want it somewhat more firm, like I'm going for today. And let's not forget the hat to see if I can stick it down here. It's supposed to be frying at the same time. I think I have to divide it to stick it in. And we got full force again. Another go with the simmering. And if I shake the pan slightly, I can see that the white is starting to settle. And the bread is getting more golden. I'll leave it for a tad more. You see, starting to get there. So let's see if I can flip this over without making a mess. Oh yes. Looks beautiful. And down with the hat. And some salt on the other side, please. And just as with the porridge, I serve it today with just basic, no extras. Here you can go wild and crazy again. Ketchup, mustard, mayo, what you feel like. Onions. I think we are getting there. Let's plate up. Put the head on top. And like so. Almost clean pan. So let's see. I've seen some cooking videos, and I've learned that you should always cut it in the middle and show the cut. So I guess I'll do that today. Let's get closer to this camera. Like so. And beautiful. Somewhere mid yolk. And the advantage with the cut is now I can eat with my hands. Number 3. Time to use the frying pan again. Now it's kind of a classic. Egg, bacon on toast. And we start pretty much like the last one. So let's get some heat in under the pan. There you go. And I think I'll start with the simmering from the get-go. So, some butter to start off with. And while that is going there, I'm going to cut a few rashers of bacon. I think that 2 rashers will be plenty today. And now I'll start with browning the toast. And let's see, let's guesstimate. I think halfway should be good for these ones. Yeah, looking lovely. Oh yes, I'm quite satisfied with that. So I'll say like Gordon Ramsay, the bacon goes in. Well, I would say that this bacon I'm quite happy with, so let's put them on the side. And now let's see how this goes. This one I've never tried on the Mini. I will start by getting the flame pretty low. So tighten this one up quite a bit. And I'm gonna whisk up my egg. Let the pan be a bit colder. Before we get going, where's my fork? You are there. Just stir it quickly. And I would say the fat from the bacon should be enough for this one. So let's get this in. Gently scrape it. But I would say that's it. Not like in the restaurants, but let's put the bacon on top. Let's show it off for the camera. Scrambled egg and bacon on toast. A classic. Time for number 4. Let's refill the burner. Now maybe it's time to cool down a bit. And now we're going to do a long time favorite of mine, and for those of you that have been following me for a time, this comes as no surprise. What's coming next? You know me, I think this is the best outdoor brekkie in the world, hands down. So let's get this one up to heat, have the simmering ready, and shake the bottle. But it's time for pancakes and maple syrup. Let's see, and just pour some of the pancake batter. It's handy to make it at home and just bring the bottle. Maybe I can go full throttle. Looks like that, at least for now. I see the first bubbles coming. That means I'm close to flipping, and I think I see the part down in the pan start to get golden, so yeah, not too shabby. Of course it takes a bit longer time to do it in the Mini because there's only really room for one pancake at a time, but no matter. Oh yes, looking good. Plating up, getting ready for the next one. think it's a tad too hot in the hot spot. Well, it goes quickly anyway. That means we're off to the races. Like so. And now, the most important part of every breakfast, coffee. Yes, breakfast time. I go for the last two in one go. So first my bacon and scrambled egg toast. Yeah. What can I tell you? It's so good. There's no wonder this is a classic. Especially with some coffee. And now, to crown the breakfast, pancakes. Oh yes. What can I tell you? You know how I feel about pancakes, and I'm certainly not alone. Yeah, that was quite a bit. I mean, I would probably say that if you're doing these breakfasts as standalone on a hike, and there's some time before you get to next meal, I would probably say you should double all I did today. If you're not very small in your appetite. But if you're going to walk for a couple of hours with a backpack full of your gear, these portions I show you now, that was just because I had 4 consecutive breakfasts in a short while. So to have a chance to not die while eating them, I made them small. But hopefully now you have some ideas for what kind of breakfast you can do with the Mini if you're out. And if you do some other cook sets, well, you adjust to what you have. But for the Mini, these works beautifully, especially now in the summer when things don't freeze over while you wait. If I'd done this in the middle of winter, I would probably not have used the Mini, because the first pancake would be frozen when the last was done. Probably. But now it stays at a decent temperature. And I am really happy that spring has arrived. It was, well, maybe not objectively, but for me this felt like a very long winter. It was hard to dig myself up and get in the mood to do things. I said it before, in winter time it's trying for me. It's a struggle. The darkness kind of dampens everything. But now the light has returned by a metric ton. So this is the time to enjoy, and I might say this about all seasons on their best day, but I mean it right now. This is probably the most beautiful time of the year. All the leaves have come, and there's more shades of green than one can imagine. I'm sure someone got a name for them all, but I sure as hell don't know them. But it's beautiful, and the flowers are everywhere, and the birds are singing, and well, it's just really nice. What can I say? And the mosquitoes haven't arrived yet, so it's a good time to be out. Well, the obvious one today, and I think I asked this question before, but it's worth repeating. What's your favorite brekkie on an overnighter? Or just when you do a real early start and decide I will bring breakfast and take it outdoors. That's a no-brainer today. And what's your favorite method of making it? Are you using gas or spirits or campfire? What's your weapon of choice? Because everyone doesn't rock a Mini. I know that in the States, and it's somewhat considered a toy for kids, which I think is a bit unfair. It's small, but it pulls its weight, for one. So that's that. And if you think that this video gave you any good ideas, or you just enjoyed it, don't hesitate with a thumbs up. You know, it's a great help for me and the channel, and it helps to spread the video around. And if you're not yet a subscriber and you think this is your kind of shenanigans, don't hesitate to press the subscribe button and the bell. Then you will get notifications when I'm out and about and doing new stupid things outdoors, mostly. But until next time, take good care of yourself. I'll catch you then. Cheers. Now there, that's better. And to the moron that was here before me, next time, leave no fucking trace.